thought I'd come on here and do a get ready with me with some new products that I picked up from the Black Friday sales and just some new things that I picked up as well. So today I want to use my double Tenseur just because my face has been reacting. I love this primer because it's also skincare, and so I just need a lot of that love right now. So just all it takes is one pump, and I'm just going to work that into my skin. And I love the smell. And I will say, you know, I'm trying that Milk primer. It's a close dupe. I don't know if I'm getting the skincare benefits as I would with Sisley. The Sisley, it's just one of the best primers I've tried. And it's part of it, it's just the skincare benefits that are just fantastic. I also have been still wear testing 2 concealers, and that's the Kosas Concealer and the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Concealer. And different price points completely. I love it just because it's an affordable sister cousin to the Pat McGrath concealer. I like this one. I want something close to the Pat McGrath level of concealing my under eyes, but I don't want that complete made up look. Just sometimes I don't. Pat McGrath is like next level when I have to wear that concealer when I'm really doing my face, or it just looks like, you know, completely perfect here and then the rest of the face looks just like okay. It looks a little bit weird. So when I want like completely flawless look, I'll use the concealer from Pat McGrath. This is like more of an everyday one, which still does the job, but it blends more seamlessly with like a lighter makeup look or less than perfect makeup look. So I'm really enjoying this. And I can also tend to skip the under eye corrector with this. This one, I cannot skip the under eye corrector with this. I am still on the fence about this Shade and Illuminate concealer. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do like a little wear test today. Here's the Becca Cosmetics concealer. I definitely hit pan on that. Yay, look at that. Look at that. I did something. Okay, so the best way I like to do is just dab my finger in there and just do an application of this. And it really works it in. And I usually put down some Chanel U under eye gel, but I didn't do it this time because I have a lot of skincare on right now. And I put, I think, some Sisley. I put some Sisley eye cream on. So it's really hydrated under my eye, and I don't want to add more product because it could really negatively affect how the rest of these products lay. So you can see that color corrector by Becca Cosmetics in medium to deep really just kind of really hides a lot of that the darkness. I think they found a new home with Smashbox is what I want to say. So I'm so glad that I didn't have to like buy so many of these. So these are still going to exist. They're just going to live through the company of Smashbox. So I'm going to do some Viseart today with my eyes. So I'm going to prime and prep my eyes with Hourglass. Again, I'm just using this product up. And for me, I like to use my fingers for the Viseart, I like to use my fingers for laying down primer just because I feel like it gets the ridges or any sort of wrinkle areas there more thoroughly than a brush, because I'm like not only spreading it, but I'm kind of like pressing it the product into my eyelids gently, especially here. This is where we get a lot of the wrinkles. I feel like I'm using the primer like a spackle in a way, if that makes any sense. And I'm using my finger to fill any ridges here. Goss airbrush, just because it's more precise application. There we go. It's better. And also squirrel hairbrush, which is much more delicate to the eye area. I mean, look at that. It's like smooth like butter. Look at that. It really feels really silky on the skin. There is a difference because I just put synthetic on my eyes and it didn't feel good. I need to just get rid of that brush. I don't even know why I have it anymore. Okay, so I'm curious if you all prime your eyes, you also powder it down, because I find my eyeshadow goes on better. I'm going to swatch these. Beautiful. So that was two swatches. Peridot from Viseart. Let's try that first color here. That can be, let's see if it can be a crease shade. It might be a transition, I'm not sure. So I'm grabbing my Suku holiday palette from last year, which comes with this like really beautiful, huge mirror. Okay, so two things. It's not the best brush. I think it's a little pokey. I think this is like the third time I've tried it. So I think the third time's like, that's it. Like, I don't really like the brush. And seeing if my classic crease works better. That Suku brush has goat hair, but it's too prickly. I don't know what it is. It's just not working for me. So the other thing I was going to say, oh, that's so much better. It doesn't even, yeah. So this is way smoother. These are both goat hair, but it's just the quality of the goat hair. This is a Sony G brush. So this has to be built for me. This is similar to my skin color, but this is the thing, what I say about Viseart is that you might think it looks ashy, but don't count it out, because when you actually put it on the eyelids, how it works and, you know, appears will be sometimes a lot different. So I think that's a good base layer for a crease. And the way I like to do my makeup is to do one eye first, because lessons learned, I know by the second time what to, you know, at the end of the first go round, what to do better than the second time. I cleaned it on my new Sony G towel. And what I think is like you're supposed to use the back side. At least that's what I'm thinking, because it has a lot more grip. I'm taking my Wayne Goss 18 brush and going into this khaki color, which is similar to the color I'm using today on my shirt. I don't know if this happens to some of you, but I was doing my eye makeup and then the recording just stopped recording. So as you can see, I finished one eye, so I'll try to do the other eye quickly on the other side. Wayne Goss 18 brush and going into this shade here. And you know, I would probably say this is why I love the Milou palette. I would probably go into a shade that's probably a little bit definitely deeper, beigeier and orange if possible. Take the same brush, I'm just gonna clean it off and then go into that khaki green shade. So, you know, I'm just building up the base layer so it gets, I mean, it really does look pretty grungy. I'm taking a clean Wayne Goss 03 brush. It's a squirrel hair brush just to blend out the colors a bit. And this is what I mean by it would have been really nice if this color, at least for my skin tone, it was a bit more orange. So I think after this, I'm probably will either replace this color or just reach for my Milou Viseart palette. And just going back into that beigey color to blend out the edges a little bit. Okay. And then going in with my Refer 02 brush, taking the side where I was building that deeper green color, just packing that on. And my second eye usually goes much faster than the first because I've already learned, lessons learned, what to do, not to do from the first side. Sorry for the noise. It is recycling and garbage day here in my neighborhood. And I bring the green up a little bit past my mobile lid because I've hooded eyes or else you would never see the color. And I learned a lot of my makeup what works for me by other content creators who have a similar eye shape as me. So what I found was, you know, I was following some content creators and then really sad when I would go side by side and do the look with them and it didn't work for me because our eye shapes are different. Eye shapes, and then if we have hooded eyelids. So I, you know, learned finessing my technique by watching people with their technique. So, and you can see I probably put that out way more than this. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm just taking a clean brush again and I'm gonna blend the edges. And maybe it'll be a different look, a more dramatic look, but maybe it'll be okay. And this eye shape is different than this one. I have a higher arch here, and this is a droopier lid here. So I have more stuff up here. I have more room is what I'm saying up here. So I'm just kind of blending the edges. Taking a Hakuhodo J242 brush into that chartreuse color. And actually these have names. I'm just going by the color. Okay, so the brown one is Illusion. And then, oh, the khaki one is Gatsby. The Great Gatsby is one of my favorite books. My Great Gatsby book from high school, I still have my notes. I've read that so many times. No, I haven't seen the movie because the book is always better. So that color is Gatsby. This chartreuse one is a Gimlet. Oh, it's like a gimlet, like a drink. And then this darker green is green. I can't read it. More contrast, please, on the packaging. Green Ungat. I can't even read it, honestly. It's a green color. Okay, so taking that chartreuse color here and then using that for the inner corner. And do I love my Hakuhodo brushes? Yes, I do. What I did is I ordered, I looked up the most popular brushes for Hakuhodo and then ordered the one smaller than what the most popular ones were because I have hooded eyelids and I get better precision with the smaller brushes. And I have more than enough crease brushes. What I need more of are smaller brushes with more precision, if that makes sense. And that's exactly what these are. So I can lay down the color exactly where I want it to. So right now I'm just putting this over here to make a gradation effect here and then blending it into that color. And it creates a really beautiful, there we go. I actually think I want to drag this out more. Let's drag that out. Because why not? It's just makeup, having fun. Nice. Okay, and then going back into that, I wiped off my brush. I'm going back into that Gatsby color, the khaki one, khaki Gatsby. Great Gatsby. Okay, just I'm smoking that out more. And then evening that out. And then taking my mini booster from Sonia G, and then going into the Gatsby shade again, and just see if I can just build up that outer V here. And it might not build because it's not super dark and it's a shimmer, but you know, just trying. Just laying on more product, build, build, build. I love this brush. I think I use it in every makeup application that I have. Yeah, it's building. I can see it. And I just kind of smudge it in the corner to smoke it out a little bit. So it's messy. This is why people do their makeup first, but it's fine. And then we're gonna clean it up. So that's the Peridot palette from Viseart. Okay, so I'm gonna take, the last thing I'm gonna do is take my 04 brush and then blend out the edges. Blend. Need a little bit more of that brown. Just taking some of that. Seems to have disappeared. And maybe it will disappear because it is my skin color. Here we go. A Q-tip just to start to clean up the bottom. No additional product. Just taking the Q-tip. We're gonna do a wear test on these concealers. So this is Kosas I'm using on this side. And then this Tom Ford shade and Illuminate in GRWM Golden. You can see it is brighter. So I'm taking, let's do the soft concealer from Sonia G on this side. And then I do put it here because then it's a technique to lift your face a little bit, and also 2-in-1 lifting, but also cleans up the edges of the makeup look. See how that just cleaned that up? Okay, don't want to fuss too much. Going in with a Sonia G Jumbo Concealer. This is the flat one. So I put too much, and then don't despair. What I'm going to do is dab some of this off. I'll put it on that Sonia G brush. Well, we'll see if it works. I put some of that concealer on that Sonia G towel. See if it comes off in the wash. So I put too much, but I'm just trying to blend the rest of it out. And what I might do is just take my finger and just work the product in so it just blends better into the skin. I have a piece of hair there. Okay. I'm going to do the same for this side. Just use my finger, my clean finger, and just pat that product in. And which side do you like better? Tom Ford over here or Kosas? It's definitely more brightening over here. Actually, the color is literally brighter. But there's something in this formula that has like, there's almost a sheen to it, which brightens everything up. And just dabbing into this Becca Under Eye Brightening Powder. Just tapping off any excess. It's basically white. It's a colorless, but I can't use too much of it. Then it starts to look cakey. But you just want to use a light application of that. And again, that just sets the concealer. Kosas, Tom Ford. So maybe it's too early to tell. And this is the Becca powder I was talking about. It is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. And I got this from tip from Mel Thompson's. And I think I might use this on the bottom lash. This is the Chanel, just to deepen up the outer lids here. Do you see that? Because it's got a shimmer. and then maybe tight line. Okay, and for the sake of this video, I am tight lining, but generally I don't like it, and because my eyes are really sensitive. I think tight lining is great when you have hooded eyelids because you don't want to take up the real estate. But when you have sensitive eyelids or eyes, it's just not a good thing to do. So I'm taking my Black Forest from Chantecaille and then just going to deepen up the eyelids. And what I love about this eye pencil is that my wrinkles are mostly on top of my lids right there, and it just goes on so smooth, whereas there's more drag with things like Chanel. It's not as smooth because I have a lot of wrinkles up here. But I think because of the formula of Chantecaille, it's so buttery, soft, and silky. The challenge with, because it's so buttery, soft, and silky, is that I find that one has to, well, I prefer to sharpen that every time before use, just to get a more precise application, because I like my pencil to be really precise and clean. But if you're not so fussed about that, you don't have to sharpen it every time. That's just a me thing. But the more you sharpen it, the faster that product is going to be utilized. So I'm trying to make a little baby wing here. It's not the best for winging out, but that's okay. I think the look itself stands alone on being dramatic, but you know. And this is what I do with, I try to do like build up here on the corner as much as a baby wing as I can. And then before it sets, this Wayne Goss 8 liner brush, and then just wing it out. I love this brush. Do you see that? It's really subtle, but I'm trying to hurry before it settles down. So the product does not budge after like a minute, which is a good thing because you don't want it moving, but you know, there's like a dry down time on this. See that? There, I made a wing. Okay. Again, just building up that product on the corner and then taking my Wayne Goss to make more of a wing. Do you see that? Okay, I love this. And out of all my eyeliners, the most used are my Chanel, obviously, because then there's not much. I don't think there's too much product in these. And also sometimes people say they get dry. I haven't experienced that, but they're definitely drier than Chantecaille. Chantecaille is silky, silky smooth. So look how beautiful that is. And I'm just going to actually probably go in and smudge it a little bit. Just kind of smokes out the look a little bit. And it softens the look. Love that. Love this brush. And I think I really, now that I'm saying it, I probably want to collect all of them because they're probably the easiest to use. Okay, so I think I'm done with the eye look. I mean, this is what I was saying, like just trust the process that is going to look, it's going to come together. So let me do the mascara MAC Gigabyte. And here's the thing about, I have small eyelashes, so this is at least what works for me as a tip. I don't run it so much. I just kind of like go in and out, like kind of just tap it in. Subtle movements down there, because then for me, if I fuss too much down there, then I have some mascara mistakes. MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I use the Chantecaille Black Faux Seals Longest Lash Mascara. This is my everyday, most repurchased, most used mascara in my collection, just because it's, for me, it's a great everyday mascara and has peptides to make your eyelashes grow. Okay, that's it for the Chantecaille mascara. You can see that it is both volumizing and thickening, and I love it. I think it's starting to get to an end of its shelf life, and so I'm gonna have to get rid of it soon. Okay, so I am again working backwards, and I'm realizing why it's taking me so long is I'm doing everything backwards, so it's kind of throwing me off. Okay, so just shaking that really well. I have the Traceless Soft Matte Foundation from Tom Ford in 6.5 Sable, because it's new. I'm not a fan of this mechanism. My last bottle of this broke off. I get that it looks fancy and that you can see it. I just don't like the sliding parts because, anyway, it's come off twice in my experience of other products. So it's a very watery product, whereas the last one, the last Traceless, was more of a traditional, like a creamy texture. Okay, let's start there. I don't want to put too much. Okay, there's none left on my hand. So that one, the first squirt was like a half. So I'm counting this as like one pump. So I think one pump for my one side of my face. So Tom Ford 6.5 Traceless Matte. What do you think? I don't think it's a full coverage because you can see some of my redness and imperfections or characteristics still, but that's fine. I would say it's like a medium coverage, but it just dries down and wears beautifully throughout the day. Okay, so I'm going to go in through with one more pump. Okay, so that's probably true to form, the one pump, and it's very runny. So you kind of have to work a little bit faster than usual. And I still have this much left, so I'm just taking some to cover some redness around my nose, my smile lines here. I have some acne here I'm still working on. It's really being really stubborn. And then just going into some of that red spots where I had like a pimple starting here and redness here. I mean, this is really a beautiful foundation. Do you see how it just like blurred everything and made it matte? And it's actually a really good color for me. It doesn't wash me out, which I appreciate. Look at that. It's just a really, this is why I love this Traceless matte foundation. I really, again, I love the original formula because that was, I think that was a little bit more flattering for me. But there's something about the Tom Ford foundations, Shade and Illuminate, and this one that I think is formulated to look even, it looks pretty and beautiful in real life. I'm looking at my face, but on camera, it looks even more beautiful. Like it's almost like a filtering effect. Like I don't have a filter on my camera, but there's something about the way it reflects the light that I have onto the camera that just makes my face look even more beautiful. Like at least the foundation part. Okay. And that's it. I'm gonna stop fussing. It was the Sonia G Jumbo Base. I love this brush. Oh, actually, before I powder down, I need to try this. So I wanted to try that contour, the Kevyn Aucoin contour powder, Chikuhodo cheek brush. And this is squirrel hair, and it's super light, but it also just is really doesn't pick up a lot of product. So I just want to go light on this. I'm cleaning it now. And this will go into this Kevyn Aucoin deep contour color. So that's the product. I tapped it off because I don't want it too much. So the way with contour is that you want to just lay it close to where the cheek is, like the hollows. Can you see that? It's building up. And I just took a dab of that and then tapped it off. Not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this product here and then use it for down here. Sorry for the tapping of my hoops. See how that works. Some contouring up here. It's not as warm as I thought it'd be. There was that gray undertone. Let me swatch it again because it was in the other video. So that's what it looks like. This is deep. And that's the contour shade, which this is probably truest to form of what a contour I've seen for deeper skin tones. So I'm just taking a little bit more to see how much can be built up. Just dabbing it on and then buffing it out, which we can do with this squirrel hair brush. It's really forgiving. I like it so far. So it's really pigmented is what I'll say. So I'm not using a goat hair. Goat hair really picks up product and it'll be really, if you want a quick impact, I'm going really just lightly with my squirrel hair brush because I had a suspicion it was going to be like, so this is one side with contouring, no contouring. So far looks good. I'm excited. You don't understand how long I've been looking for like the right contour color. So I'm going to bring this a little bit higher. And this is the cheek that I have more problems with, just maybe because I'm right-handed. And try the left hand, see if that works better. And build some new brain cells and brain synapses here by using my non-dominant hand. Okay. And then using this. Sculpt out the jawline. I feel like I'm a kid playing with crayons because this is my non-dominant hand. Okay, doing the best I can. I like it so far. Okay, let's try building it more. Just placing this. It's warm, but it does have a gray, cool undertone. Did you see that? I gotta go back to my dominant hand. This is too weird. It'll be okay if I just tilt my head this way. And then get up here as much as I can. Go back in. I'm loving it. Oh Oh my God, I'm so excited. I think I found my contour shade. So some people just go down here. Well, some people will do this too, or they drag it down here to make a more sculpted look. I have a very round face, so I'm just like adding more dimension. I love this brush, Chikuhodo. The Z series. I will have all of them one day. Okay. I love it. Oh my gosh. I think this is it. Kevyn Aucoin Deep. It's their contour, deep, sculpting powder, Deep. Kevyn Aucoin. It's very pigmented. It's small, but mighty. It's super pigmented. My Chikuhodo eye brush, but I'm going to use this for contour. I want to see if I can contour my nose area. So just going into that, the Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush. Oops, too much. Oh my goodness. Blend that out. I very rarely contour my nose. It just seems a lot of fuss to me, but because I have this new product, I might as well use it. I know some people also contour down here. I think it's to make your lips look fuller. There's like, so it's about shadows and light. So down here, do you see that? Just makes the lips a little bit fuller. Yes, I love it. This is exactly what I've been looking for. The cream is like not my jam. It just moves too much product, but you can add and layer more with powder. So glad I ordered that and took a chance on that. And at this point, I don't think I'm going to, just gonna set this with my Sisley powder. Like it so far, I don't feel washed out. And then that contour did add a little color, so something to note. But I'm not mad about it because I'd rather have a little color right now than being washed out because we're in winter. Loving my Chanel Dior blush. Inoshige brush. I have had this for a while. I love it. And what I do is I keep it in this, I keep it in here so to maintain the candle shape, right? Because if you don't, it'll start to splay out more. But love this blush. Okay, I completely overblushed, but we'll fix that with my Chantecaille Serena bronzer. This one, I'm using my Face Pro by Sonia G. I just saw some, that's from the Face Pro. Okay, so again, this is that gel formula. That's why I'm really probably going to get that Sonia G brush. So just amps up that bronzer. I love it. I love this bronzer. That is just so beautiful. Just warms up my skin. Done. I love it. I need to put this on again on my top shelf. I had to put it away for a while because I was using it too much every day. I also have Goa, and I use that also like as a fake contour. Okay, so a little bit too much on my face right now. So what I do usually is, this is my 1-2 combination, my Perfect Blur finishing powder in Chantecaille, and I grab my BK Beauty 105 brush synthetic hair, love this brush and this powder together. And it's so dense. So I'll do one side and then let's do the side first. It's a blurring powder, so just kind of tap that in, work it into the skin. So I had a little bit too much product, but this will tamper it down a little bit. Okay, so this is with the blurring powder, without. With the blurring powder, without. Do you see the difference? Getting closer, you can see. This is probably the only other finishing powder that I use. Do I do that today? Let's see. We could try it today. Finishing powder, but it's a different reason. It's a different kind of finishing powder. Is this YSL Touche Éclat 3D All Over Glow finishing powder, but this just adds a natural glow. I'm using the rougher 22 brush and just going into this YSL. For if you have lighter skin, this is sometimes people use this as a highlighter. And here, let me swatch it for you. So you can see if you're fairer than me, you can use that as a highlighter. But for me, I just use it as a all over. This is like a glow finishing powder. It's very subtle. And that's it. That's all I do. So this is the Spritz Viseart Lip Oil Spritz. I just want to show you what that looks like. And this is great. And for lip oils, you know, I could stop here. Fancy on itself. I mean, the eyes speak for themselves, right, for this look. So I think this lip oil looks really pretty. I'm also curious. So here is the Viseart Spritz. And let me close my eyes so you can see the look. Okay. I don't have anything like this. And I don't have a dupe for this either. So once it's gone, it's gone. I think this might be available still. Let me get up close so you can see this color of how gorgeous it is. Grabbing a fair and just lining my lips a little bit. This is Lisa Eldridge. This is definitely my favorite lip liner color for her. A fair and then Decade, just because those are kind of like, for my skin tone, those are really great neutrals. Blend that a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm done. This is the look. So what do you think of this Get Ready With Me? I have a lot of product on my face. It took forever. But this period dot, love it. Love it. I have a green eyeshadow series and I think I'm going to mark it as this. Love it. And the ease of use on this, like just trust the process. And I'm okay with that beige color. Just, it actually makes it more cool tone. Do you see that? It just kind of just tempers and grounds the color a little bit. Because the colors that are really the showstoppers are the greens and that chartreuse. And loving it. Loving the Suku 04. I think I might have put too much base on my face, too much stuff on my face. It's starting to get, when I put too much product on there, sometimes it starts to oxidize, and that's not cool. So I think it's just because I put too much. So let me see if I can chill everything out a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, because my natural oils will come through. Okay, again, this is the shade and Illuminate here on this eye, and this is the Kosas, and you can see what I mean by like everyday. It's just reliable, but there's something about this where I think I have to understand the purpose more of what that is. It's really like light illuminating in the formula. Okay, so this is the final look. Thanks for hanging out with me. Tell me what you think. Let me see if I can take my hair down. But let me know what you think, and thanks for joining me with this Get Ready With Me with some of my Black Friday hauls. And let me know what you think about this green eyeshadow from Viseart Peridot. Highly recommend. If you are a green eyeshadow lover, yes, get it. Love it so much. And then, yeah, let me know if you're interested in seeing any other products from my haul, and I can do those Get Ready With Me's and then share those out. Trying to film a lot before the week of Christmas so I can take a week off and just upload videos and not film. But I really hope you are all doing well, getting ready for the year end and not too stressed out. And I hope you're getting ready, and then I hope you're okay. And let me know how you're getting ready for the holiday season and how you're doing. Again, thank you for joining me on this try on Get Ready With Me. As always, be good to yourself and others, and always be you. Until the next video, I'll see you then. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell so that you get notification of when I upload new videos. And I upload videos from 2 to 3 times a week. And I always appreciate if you comment and thumbs up below. It helps my channel out and build up my channel. You know, I have about 300, almost 300. So I'm hoping to get there. And, you know, I think there's like certain things I can do once I reach 1,000, and that is a goal of mine one day to reach 1,000. So, but moreover, I'm just having fun and building community with you all. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.